Bad trader. Wah, wah, wah. Oh boy. Okay, so Ethereum just broke 3,000. That's pretty special. I was just talking to my Tai about the potential that all these young generational investors have switched to the cryptos and synthetic markets. And I've been talking this theory for a while about how the stock market could be dying, at least in the sense of how it used to be. It could be changing quite a bit. Well, we know the SPACs have been hit hard for these past few months and definitely weren't the exciting investment they were last year when you could make big returns on just about everything. Can't make much on the returns on your SPACs now, and you're hurting if you didn't sell. You're hurting like 100% down, more. Well, that's not really possible, is it? I guess maybe 50% down was an easy one to say. 30, 40, 50% down. They were doing that. Ah, but who cares about money? The real thing is family. Family's important and tricky sometimes. I think that family's got a lot of healing to do. A lot. And it's like a weird thing I've been thinking lately about how people will get injured just over a few words. So I think there's a danger in families of just taking people for granted and not being gentle. And I am probably part of that problem, honestly. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be aware of it. They say awareness is a big key to your progress as a conscious human. So I'm trying to be aware of these things. Gentleness in the Tao Te Ching, which is my favorite text, the Tao Te Ching. It speaks of how gentleness will protect you, even in battle. So even when there's a war, to be the gentler person when you approach things, which is often what happens in families, in these families, in my family, many families. People just say the sharpest, coldest cut they can to try and get the leverage they want to feel justified about their position. And I've done that. And like I've mentioned before, I used to have some substance issues, so I'm sure I've done that even more than I remember. Because honestly, when you're a blackout drunk, it's hard to remember what you said. Great for traveling, though. You get from this place to that place faster than lightning because you blacked out. Blackout travel, baby. But sometimes the place you wind up is not where you wanted to go consciously. So the subconscious is driving you when you're blacked out. It's kind of weird. Enough about that. That's a long time ago, thankfully. Grateful for my sobriety. That's one of the main things I'm grateful for, and for being able to be part of a family. My Tai has a son, and she's enabled me to be part of a family again, which is not possible when you're using and drinking and drugging and running the streets like a hoodlum. You can't really be part of a family, at least the kind of family, most of the families that I'm familiar with. It's difficult. But, yeah, gentleness would be the key. The Tao Te Ching has the three precious things, which is gentleness is first, then economy or simplicity. Gentleness can also be compassion. It's compassion, simplicity, gentleness, economy. Those two things, gentleness and compassion, the same. Simplicity and economy are the same. Basically, you don't need to say too much. Sometimes I give too much information. about my life to people. And it spreads around, and then actually it comes back to you, and you're like, oh, crap. This is permutated into some other disturbing concept that is now reflecting on who I am as a person and keeping me from getting a job at McDonald's. And you don't want that. You want to be able to get that job in your 60s, slinging burgers at corporate America, man. It might be useful. By then, they'll be paying like $25 an hour and you'll get great benefits. Probably be all vegan by then, too. 10 years, maybe. Vegan everybody. They've already got a vegan burger at Burger King, man. You just say, hold the mayo, and it's vegan. You get that Impossible burger. You can even go to Starbucks and get yourself an Impossible McMuffin or Impossible egg muffin or whatever. You just got to take the egg off. Yeah. But, started meditating a little bit again and a little more yoga. It's good. As I'm making a few bucks here in Ethereum and Dogecoin and Bitcoin Cash and making some coin. This is $5, $10, $5, $10. Hasn't gone down yet. It's kind of fun to see if it's going to ride through the whole week. Anyways, some of the stocks front. Other than that, I'm just not really doing a whole lot. But I do want to buy back the mouse because I love all things Disney. It's just great. Great fun. Kid family entertainment. Good stuff. Gentleness and economy. The first two things of the three precious things of the Tao Te Ching. And the fourth one is, the third one is shrinking from taking precedence of others, which is good because that's patience. It's like waiting. It's like calmness, allowing someone else to speak first. I suck at that. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're going to say. Oh, I know. Oh yeah, right? And they're like, and I don't feel like talking because you just talked over their ass. So, what were you going to say? And wait. Oh yeah, totally. Oh, and I was thinking, yeah, no, it's no good. So, shrinking from taking precedence of others is good, or patience is good. Gentleness, economy, shrinking from taking precedence of others. The three precepts of the three foundations of the Tao Te Ching, which is, to me, such a great, simple, mystical, easy to use text on how to not be a jerk, basically. And beyond that, how to excel in society. I've got a little runny nose. A little cold weather sneaking through the window. Apparently, yeah, I got the window open. Got some nice sunlight on my face with the gray days of Seattle. So I've been kind of muttering here. I hope I didn't mutter myself too much. But, gentleness, I think that's the key to healing family bonds. But how do you do it when they're already torn apart and no one wants contact? Well, some people will say you can't force things, you can't rush things, you just got to wait. Just got to wait and see how it goes. But you can wait for 40 years before you ever make contact with a loved one if you're just going to wait. Thich Nhat Hanh says, or Thich Nhat Hanh Te, whatever his name is, the Buddhist Vietnam monk, he says you have to write letters. If you're in your anger situations in your life, if you have problems with people, you need to write them a letter and make it a long, open letter. Open your heart and try to communicate with them without blaming. Now, how do you do that when you say, this hurt me when this happened? How do you say that without going, you did it? Gentleness. They say gentleness, you can be more liberal if you're gentle. So that's a good art for people to learn in this country, especially for family. Instead of just going, yeah, fuck. Just going, I feel a little bit stressed out right now with what you're saying. And then they can go, yeah, well, why don't you? And then you go, I think it's best if I just take a short break and we reconvene. Is that okay? I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. Is it like, yeah, you can be rude. I hate you. And then you're like, I'm going to walk over here, okay? And then you didn't say anything harsh to just send their brain into that spike rack of them. Like, meh. You were gentle. So I need to learn that. That's what I would like to learn how to do, is how to be gentle with people that you care about that may not be in a good place or may not be generally considering your feelings or may not be gentle. How can you still be gentle to them? That's the quest for learning